Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm just out here walking Lola. I just got off work and wanted to do a quick intro for my video. So today I'm going to be reviewing the new Opi Spring 2025 Infinite Shine collection. This is a 12-piece collection of all shimmers and they're all pretty sheer. There are maybe one or two that are opaque in two coats, but for the most part they're all pretty sheer. I'm kind of undecided on how I feel about this collection, so keep watching and I'll share with you the polishes that I am enjoying. These were sent to me compliments of Beyond Polish, so thank you so much to Beyond Polish for sending these to me. I do have a 10% off affiliate code with Beyond Polish. That code is BIV10, and I'm out of breath. You guys, I don't know if you knew it, but Seattle is hilly. Like I was saying, I do have a code for 10% off. That code is BIV10. I do greatly appreciate you if you choose to use it. And I also appreciate you even if you don't use it. I appreciate you all for watching. You guys are amazing. Now without further ado, let's get right into these beauties. Okay, so getting right into these beauties, the Opi Spring 2025 Infinite Shine Collection description says, dive into a dreamy world of soft hues, premium shimmers, and semi-sheer finishes that will have your hands floating on cloud 9. And first up here, probably my least favorite in this collection, this is Slay Hello to Yellow. And I wrote, this is a no for me. 3 coats and it was still patchy. It just keeps looking terrible, to be honest. I'm not a fan of this one. Maybe if it was a little bit more opaque, I would like it. But not really sure. The description for this one says, brighten up your spring with Slay Hello to Yellow, a cheerful sheer yellow that captures the warmth of sunny days and blooming flowers. And I don't really ever like a sheer yellow, to be honest. I love yellow polishes. I just need them to be opaque because otherwise they look terrible on my hands. Here you can see how the polish looks in different lighting. So here you can see how it looks outdoors in the sunlight, indoors in no special lighting, and then indoors under studio lighting. And I do have comparisons for some of these polishes at the end of this video. I don't have a comparison to this polish, but I have a few comparisons to other polishes just in case you were wondering, so stay tuned for those. And next up here we have Slay a While. The description for this one says, turn up the heat this spring and slay a while with this vibrant sun-kissed orange. The Ulta website calls this a shimmery light pink, so we're gonna go with that one because that one makes more sense. So this is a very, very light pink. I would say it's almost more of a white base than a light pink. I would say it's almost more of a peach than a pink, but it's very, very light. It's almost like an off-white shade with shimmer. It's built up in 3 coats. This one's okay for me. Not a huge fan of this one, but I don't hate it. But I won't wear it. Here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting, indoors with no special lighting, and then here you can see it outdoors in the sunlight. And next up we have From Dusk to Salon, and the description for this one says, a light sheer purple that captures the calm elegance of twilight. Not seeing purple here. Am I reading the right descriptions for these? Ulta does say this is a shimmery sheer gray. That makes more sense. We're starting off so strong here. Just kidding. I promise it gets better. I promise. It's a gray with gold shimmer in it. It's okay. This is 2 coats. I didn't want to do another coat, so I stopped there. Here you can see how the polish looks in studio lighting, outdoors in the sunlight, and then here you can see how it looks indoors with no special lighting. Okay, so for those of you who haven't left yet, thanks for staying because here's where it gets good. This is From Head to Doze. This is described as a light sheer blue that brings the calm beauty of a clear spring sky to your nails. And I wrote that I actually like this a lot. it glowed on my nails. It glowed on my nails more than I'm actually seeing in this live swatch. It was so, so pretty, and I loved painting with this polish. I would wear this one in 2 coats, but you could definitely build it up and do a 3rd coat for closer to full opacity. It's just really a pretty polish, and I love blues, so maybe that's why I'm partial to this color. Here you can see how the polish looks in different lighting. So indoors under no special lighting, outdoors in the sunlight, and then here you can see it indoors under studio lighting, and I'm a fan. And next up, this is Teals Familiar, and I love this one too. I love minty, tealy colors like this. Even though it's sheer, I like that it builds up. I feel like it built up pretty well in 3 coats. I definitely do feel like it needs 3 coats, and it still was a tiny bit patchy, but I'm not mad at it. I'm okay with this one just because I love minty teal polishes like this. This is described as a serene teal that evokes the tranquil beauty of the season. These do dry really fast, so it makes it easy. It makes the 3 coats super easy if you do need a 3rd coat. I know a lot of you don't like to do 3 coats. Maybe that helps. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think of this color? I'm a fan. Here you can see how the polish looks in different lighting. So indoors with no special lighting, outdoors in the sunlight, and then here you can see how it looks indoors under studio lighting. All right, and back to some very sheer polishes. This is Sneak a Pink. This is described as a delicate blush pink that whispers elegance and charm. And this one's just very sheer. I'm not a fan. I don't like my nails enough to wear a polish this sheer. And that's all I have. I didn't do a 3rd coat because I didn't like applying this polish because it was so sheer. Here you can see how the polish looks in different lighting. So I actually did do a 3rd coat here in these photos. So indoors with no special lighting, outdoors in the sunlight, and indoors under studio lighting. So you can see how it looks built up with 3 coats there. And next up we have Time Will Pastel. This is another very, very sheer polish, but I actually really like this one as it builds up. I'm thinking it's because it's a little bit more cool tone than Sneak a Pink. This description says it's a soft pastel purple that embodies the peaceful beauty of blossoming flowers, adding a light, airy elegance to your nails. And like I said, I'm a fan of this one. I did do 3 coats here because I liked the way this one applied. So I went ahead and applied that 3rd coat, and I think it's really pretty on the nail. Here you can see how the polish looks in under studio lighting, outdoors in the sunlight, and then indoors with no special lighting. And next up we have Suzi's Pedicure Throne. This is described as a stunning red and pink sheer shade. Another weird description. The Ulta website says this is a sheer coral, which definitely I would say this is a sheer coral. It builds up pretty well in 2 coats, and I actually like it in 2 coats. I feel like this had one of the thicker formulas. As you can see on the 1st coat there, it builds up pretty nicely, and the 2nd coat, it is pretty opaque. Here you can see how the polish looks in the sunlight, indoors with no special lighting, and indoors under studio lighting. Next up we have Where Time Stands Still. This is described as a captivating shimmery purple that radiates elegance and charm. And I did 2 coats here in the live swatch. This one's really sheer as well. It looks like it would be much more opaque in the bottle, but yeah, you can see it's definitely pretty sheer. I don't mind it in 2 coats. I definitely feel like it needs a 3rd coat. And you'll see in the swatch photos, I did do a 3rd coat and it builds up nicely. So here you can see it in the sunlight, indoors with no special lighting, and indoors under studio lights. And next up is the orange in this collection. This is appropriately named Dreamsicle. This is a vibrant sun-kissed orange. This one was pretty opaque in 2 coats. You could still see a little bit of nail line, but I was happy with how this one looked at 2 coats. I'm usually not a fan of oranges. I'm not the hugest fan of this orange, to be honest, but it's a nice orange. It's okay. Here you can see how it looks under studio lighting, indoors with no special lighting, and then outdoors in the sunlight. And next up we have Glossed in Your Thoughts. This is described as a soft dreamy pink that captures the essence of fresh florals and sun-kissed moments. And this is another one that's pretty opaque in 2 coats. I think this is a very pretty polish, but I feel like we already have polishes that are dupes to this, so stay tuned. I do have some comparisons from the OPI line to this polish. Here you can see how it looks indoors under studio lighting and outdoors under the sunlight, and then indoors with no special lighting. And next up, and last but not least, this is Living the Fanta-sea, described as a dreamy sheer blue that captures the tranquil beauty of the ocean. And this is the one that I was wearing in my Instagram reel sneak peeking this collection. I was wearing it in 3 coats. I feel like this one builds up very nicely in 3 coats, and I really love this polish. It's so pretty on the nail. I do have comparisons to this beauty as well, so stay tuned for those. In the meantime, here you can see how the polish looks under studio lighting, indoors with no special lighting, and then outdoors in the sunlight. All right, and getting right into some comparisons. So I will let you know how many coats I applied on each of these, since most of these are sheer polishes. So here we have Mary and Ice in 2 coats, Slay a While in 2 coats, Sneak a Peek in 3 coats, and Time Will Pastel in 3 coats. So you can see how all of those compare to each other. Next up, I pulled out OPI Galinda from the Wicked collection to compare to Sneak a Peek. And you can see that Galinda is a brighter pink. And then here we have Slay a While and From Dusk to Salon compared to OPI Snow Holding Back and OPI Amazing. So you can see how those compare. And it's nice to see Slay a While compared to From Dusk to Salon here, so you can see the differences between those 2 polishes. And then here we have OPI Yay Space, From Head to Doze, Living the Fanta-sea, and OPI Pisces the Future, and no dupes there. But it's nice to see the differences here between From Head to Doze and Living the Fanta-sea. And these are all, and this is all 2 coats of each of these polishes. And then here I pulled out Essie Temperature Check from the new Just Chill collection. If you guys are interested in seeing my review on that collection, I do have that up. It is such a good collection. And then I pulled out OPI Sky True to Yourself, and you can see that's just a bit brighter than Live in the Fantasy, but it's pretty gosh darn similar, to be honest. And then here I pulled out OPI Sunrise Up, and it's quite a bit brighter than Suzi's Pedicure Throne. Next up we have OPI Strawberry Waves Forever compared to Glossed in Your Thoughts, and then I pulled out Spring Break the Internet and Welcome to Barbie Land, so you can see how those compare. I would say there are no true dupes there either. And then last but not least, we have OPI Glitter compared to Dreamsicle, and then I pulled out OPI Mango for it, and you can see how those compare. All right, guys, so what did you think of this collection? Let me know in the comments down below, and then stay tuned. I have lots more polish coming your way. Hope you all have an absolutely fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is. Make it great. Love you all. Bye.